Hello guys, this will be my third video in my series 10X or Bankrupt, and today we're going to be looking at lumber, or I was about to say lumber liquidators, LL Floorings Holding Inc., ticker symbol LL. It was Lumber Liquidators, then rebranded to this. It is trading at a market cap of $44 million. So it is, I think it's in that micro cap area, but it hit a high of $33 a share, and now it's down to $1.40 below its COVID price. So this company is going through a lot, and it looks like to me that investors are pricing in bankruptcy. And I just want to say, especially with these videos, this is not financial advice. These stocks could easily go to zero. This is just my analysis on the stock and what I have found reading the 10K and 10Q and the earnings call. All right, guys, let's get right into the video. It will not be a stock video without Excel. Now, this basically what we're looking for is bankruptcy risk. That's what these videos are about. So I'm trying to find, is this company going to go bankrupt within the year? And if you're unsure what the two types of bankruptcy is, I feel like I should make a video on this so I just don't have to keep explaining it. But basically, there is Chapter 11 bankruptcy and Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is where the company sells all its assets, it liquidates itself, and closes down. I think it's like 6 or 7 months. Chapter 11 bankruptcy, on the other hand, is where the company goes to bankruptcy court. They negotiate with their creditors, push out maturities or lower interest payments, and hopefully, and the company operates while it's in bankruptcy court, but they hopefully can come out on the other end a better company. 99% of the time, Chapter 11 bankruptcy, the shareholders get wiped out. And there is sometimes an anomalies like Hertz and Tuesday Morning. And that's when there's actual equity in the shares. If there's, if they don't have negative equity, then most likely shareholders will get something. But yeah, let's just go over the main stuff. Obviously, it's trading for $1.40. A $44 million market cap. That is insane. It's got very low short interest too. Obviously, if a stock ramps up, shorts are going to cover it, which could cause more buying and could cause shorts. But there's only 3% short here, and they do have a good insider ownership, 13%. You want the management to have skin in the game, but also take the market cap into that 13% of the company. It's only like I think it's like 6 million or something like that. So it's not really, their stake is not really worth that much, and I'm sure they probably get paid more a year than what their stock's worth. And also, guys, when you were looking at bankruptcy, there's basically three things you want to look at. I should add four, but we're going to stick with this: current assets and current liabilities and your liquidity. And basically, all current liability is, why current liability is important, is liabilities that need to be paid within a year. And obviously, if you can't pay your liabilities, you go bust. That's just how the world works. But we can see here, guys, they are I don't see that risk for them going bankrupt within a year. Now, that Chapter 11 bankruptcy, could they file that? I don't think someone will get into that later in the video. But yeah, 174 million. And they got a ratio of 1.5. You're looking for a current ratio above 1. So this looks good to me. Most of their current assets are in inventory, which is pretty normal, but I should probably look into what those inventories were. Um, but yeah, they have like barely any cash, and their liquidity is 63 million. So they have 63 million in liquidity. So they see this company going bankrupt, in a year. No. They could sell these assets at a fair value, then they could easily pay this off. And if they're expected to, obviously, if this goes from $1 to 57 cents and keep closing the gap, come back to profitability, then yeah, that's possible. And let's go over to the tangible asset value. Now, if you don't know what the tangible asset value is, it's basically tangible assets minus your liabilities. Now, most of the time, stocks will trade near this value, and sometimes trade under. And it trades under it because either the company's going through a cycle, investors think that the management is overpaid for their assets, anything like that. And we could see here, I feel like it's a good way of seeing how much equity is actually in the shares and how the management is, building equity into the shares. And we can see that this management has basically lost 130 million. They had 262 million in tangible asset value, and now today they have 129 million. So this company is deteriorating. Is it deteriorating pretty fast? Yeah, it is. It has stepped up in the past, basically, you know, 1.5 years, because we're not even counting 2024 as a whole year. But yeah, just this year alone, I think they lost like 20 million. And we just started, so this company is seeing deterioration to the next level, and it's ramping up as the years go on. And I feel like we should go to the earnings call because they say why. Obviously, interest rates going up, everyone's getting affected. Interest rate and inflation had led to softness in home improvement, obviously. And we can see here, have pushed home improvement spend per housing unit below its 50-year average. So they are going through a cycle right now. It's not looking good. And another thing, they're starting to grow their carpet. Looks like they're adding more stores, and they're going to roll out 75 additional stores in Q2. Sorry. And we can see how fast this company, this quarter, how fast it has deteriorated. For the first quarter, business, blah, 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 decreased 21%. Jesus, bro. Like, comparable sales decreased 21.5%. So this company is seeing declines basically everywhere. I think besides their gross margin, I think it went up. But yeah, it's not looking good. See, and then a analyst asked, like, what does lumber liquidators, I'm just gonna call it lumber liquidators, what does it need to make in order to basically become profitable? And he said 930 million to a billion. So I think this company is only expected to make 800 and 900 million. So I mean, let's see to figure out. And if the economy does come back, right, that's another thing too. Uh, from if interest rates start to lower, then yeah, this thing could easily come back. But will that happen? Who knows? This is all the risk you guys got to think about. And I think the most important part of this video, we're going to get into the F9 investments. Now, this company, Lumber Liquidators or L Flooring, has seen so many buyouts in the past year. I've been following this stock for a while because it was cheap, was trading under book value, and there's obviously a lot of things going on at this company, losing money and all that crap, but there were so many buyout offers. This company that's actually actively right now, and I'll pull up that page in a minute, but they own 8.85% of this company. They tried to buy this company at $3 a share, and I think later last year, 2 years ago, another company tried to buy this one out for $5. So private equity guys are all over this company trying to take it private. And I'm going to go to that page that they made. They made a website basically for this company. It is super bright, so you might want to lower your brightness. I just want to give a warning, but let me get right. Let me get to it. This is the page. Put the groove back in LL. It is pretty boomer-like, but we're going to look at some things here. And this thing basically roasts the management. And basically, it's a proxy battle. Why they want the company. And they basically talk. Let's just go to the main parts. I'm going to skip through this because I'm trying to give you guys a short video. But look, founder and former CEO and chairman of Lumber Liquidators, he's trying to take the company back, and they're trying to obviously add 3 new board members. But basically, this talks about how the rebranding from Lumber Liquidators to LL Flooring failed. The stock performance, just basically, talking shit about the management and valuation metrics. I mean, could you imagine if even it goes to like the tile shop gets valued the same? Um, Oh, here we go. Obviously they're just talking crap about it. So obviously you want to look into this, but look at this. The company believes that its projected levels of liquidity will not be sufficient to maintain compliance with this in the fourth quarter of 2023. These conditions raise substantial doubt regarding our ability to continue as a going concern. Wow. You can see their sales, 905 million. Yikes. They're basically just talking about how this company is just tanking. Look at this SG&A expense. It went from 34%. This is just in a year to 52% it rose. Jesus. Um, but yeah, guys, this is something, right? And I just this graph perfectly sums up what I was saying about the buyouts that this company has received. But look at all the buyout offers this company has received. Private equity is all over this thing. They want to take it over. They want to take it over. And honestly, if we've seen how quick this company deteriorated, $6, even at $5 right here, they should have taken that. Considering how fast it deteriorated, it was pretty cheap at the time. But yeah, we can see here they offered 576 per share. They basically just talk about management. Damn, they're just roasting them. 98% decline. Yep. Basically calling them bums. Oh my god, they're going off on them. But yeah, if you're, this is something to look at. This is the turnaround story now. That's what we're looking for, guys. Remember, we're looking for a cheap stock, a turnaround story, and that's it. And this is the turnaround story. We got a cheap stock, and we could probably have a turnaround story. I'm going to go back to the Excel file and finish the video, but this is something to read through if you are buying this, trying to buy the stock. Um, Pretty interesting. Now, what happens if they fail? What does F9 investments go? What do they do if they fail to get these executives in? I'm going to guess they're going to sell their stock, and this company will probably go obviously bust, unless the management that's in right now could turn around. And obviously, we've seen their track record and the cycle that's going on, and expected earnings, expected EPS. That probably might not happen. But they just talk about it declining, but just everything. All right, guys, let's go back to my Excel. Be right back. Well, let's finish out the video here. So obviously, I put a 30% chance of bankruptcy. I think they have really good, obviously, with current assets and a good current ratio. I don't see them going bankrupt within the year. I think that if this company does pull out F9 investments, then obviously I think the stock will, it could possibly go bankrupt if it keeps going in this trajectory, and it is expected to lose money next quarter too. So that is another bad thing, really bad thing, because once this company gets negative equity, then who knows what happens. That's when you start talking about bankruptcy, and how long can that take? That's why I put 2 year span. If they continue on this trajectory of losing money every quarter and they can't, keep closing the gap to profitability, then yeah, this company will go bust, and it will file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now I hope this F9 investment can come in and somehow, turn this company around. Even just the idea, of turning it around. Investors get excited. That's what investors do. They get excited and then price it in. I think that could possibly push the stock up, easily 100%. I think it'll probably go back to its $4 a share tangible asset value. And I think it could go up 1,000%. I think this could be a 10 bagger if things go right, and if this management team can get investors excited. This stock could easily go up 1,000%. That might sound crazy now, but in the future, we'll see how this video ages. Which, that's another thing I want to add, guys. I think I should start adding disclaimers on these videos to the end too. Is this is not financial advice. Obviously, this is just a quick video to show you guys and give you guys an understanding of the stock. and build research upon. So my big loss video is doing pretty well too. If you like these types of bankruptcy stock videos, please like and subscribe because I will be posting more tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have a video on Con, which is another stock. But yeah, guys, I hope you liked it. And I did get 5 new subscribers, so to all the new people, thank you for subscribing and liking. Obviously, I don't do these videos for views; I do them for fun.